Hi, I'm Nathan Conti. I'm currently a senior here at Dighton Rehoboth Regional High School. Today I'm going to be talking to you about our Career and Technical Education program we offer here at DR. Career and Technical Education, also known as CTE, is a program that allows students to learn about career-specific skills. Freshmen starting in CTE will first go through Exploratory. In Exploratory, you will spend 15 days in each program getting to know all about it. You'll also complete one project at the end of those 15 days. By the second semester in January, you will have gone through all of the CTE programs and then will decide which program you want to stay in for the rest of your time at DR. There are currently 6 programs students can choose from here at DR. Those are Automotive Technology, Carpentry, Early Education and Care, Marketing, Drafting Design, and Television Broadcasting and Production. DR's new program, Advanced Manufacturing, will be opening in September of 2022. Each of these programs will give you extensive knowledge on these specific careers, and by graduation you will have a certificate of completion as well as a mastery of skills in your specific career. If you have an interest in any of these shops or developing skills that will give you a head start after graduation, you should definitely check out our CTE program at DR.
I heard about CTE from actually a bunch of people, and I'm glad I chose it.
I am glad I did this CTE, and it really helped me figure out what I wanted to do in the future.
I definitely don't regret doing it. Love auto. It's probably the best part of my day.
I am glad that I chose CTE because when I graduate high school, I want to pursue a childcare career, and this really helped me decide that I wanted to do it.
I chose to do CTE because it was recommended to me by my guidance counselor, and CTE is probably my best decision that I made in high school so far.
So the students in this shop will learn basic concepts of child development. They'll have the opportunity to work with preschoolers in a laboratory setting. They'll have opportunities to learn about lesson plannings and implementing curriculum in the classroom.
We learn how to work in a lab preschool and work hands-on with kids, and we get to create and implement lesson plans.
Students will leave with a Massachusetts Early Education and Care certification as a teacher, so they'll have an opportunity to be working in a preschool program as a teacher, and as they spend time working, they'll be able to increase to a lead teacher certification. Seniors are also able to go on co-op and work at a local preschool where they're able to earn money for the amount of time that they would be in our preschool setting here.
It introduces skills, especially working with children if you want to get a job out of school with little children, and it trains you in the early child care field so you know what to do.
So I attended a vocational high school myself, and although I did not continue with the trade that I chose, I was able to see the opportunities that I had both in a vocation as well as in a college program, and I think students after high school will be able to be very successful in the field of early childhood.
You really get to work with young children hands-on, and you really get that different experience with them in the preschool. Kind of helped me know what I liked and what I wanted to pursue when I was older.
It's so chilly. Did you wear gloves today or not?
It's okay. Quick,
Back here. No,
I love being able to share my love of early childhood with the high school students and help them to be as prepared as possible to take on whatever early childhood endeavor they choose to after high school.
I love working with young children at the Little Falcons preschool.
So a student who takes this course is going to learn a wide array of transferable skills that can be utilized either in post-secondary, so college, or in their career field. And we want to make sure that they can come to class prepared, and the routines of being successful translate over their lifetime so that they can be successful.
This class has taught me all the skills necessary to complete all the stages of pre-production, production, and post-production.
What we learn is how to set up cameras, we learn how to edit, like green screening. We also are learning like financial stuff, like credits and like insurance and healthcare, everything like that. So it's pretty interesting.
When a freshman student enters the TV studio, they can expect to learn all 3 phases of the television production process. Pre-production, which is creative writing and scripting. Production, which is the filming aspect of it. and post-production, which includes the non-linear editing phase of combining all of your assets, the visual, the pictures, and the sounds and music, and exporting those into a finished video. So junior and senior year, it is a combined section, meaning both classes are together, and we do that so we can collaborate on our school-wide broadcast called DRTV, where students will run in typically bi-weekly, and they'll be able to run through and create segments and content that is of interest to them that serves a greater whole in the school community itself. We do run through a lot of work. It is very, very challenging because of the time component and the skill required to make really good stuff that you are proud of to broadcast.
I feel like it's brought me a lot of knowledge I can use towards photography and videography, but also skills that I can use in whatever workplace I go to join.
In the whole totality of career and technical education, it is in addition to your academics, so it's a really good complement of going to the classroom and learning your science, English, and math, and all those things that you would need in order to go on to post-secondary. And then when you come into CTE, it is a different way for you to exercise your brain and really utilize all the skills that you have been using elsewhere and put them into practice in a different way.
I chose TV and production because during freshman year, my goal or my dream career was to be an actor. So I thought, taking drama class and taking this TV and production class would help me understand how to become that and what is involved in that certain career. So that's why I chose it.
I'd originally joined TV and production because I was just a kid who liked cameras, and I'm very glad that I've joined it. So I'd suggest it.
As freshmen, they'll learn basic safety rules, basic maintenance. But as they move up through their career in the shop, as 10th graders, they'll learn brakes and steering suspension. Juniors will review that and learn a little bit more entailed how diagnostics work, such as scan tools, how to fix those pesky check engine lights that you would need to electronic diagnosis in.
This year we learned a lot about like engine work and more mechanical stuff, but in the previous years we worked up to it. It wasn't too difficult, but I feel like I did learn everything necessary to work on the cars.
Seniors will be a cumulative of all those areas. They also have an ability to go out on a co-op program, so they can actually go out during the school year and earn money while they're still in school learning their craft.
When I first came in to auto, I didn't really take it that seriously because I didn't know a lot about it, but now it's given me a lot of information, the experience I need to be in a real auto shop.
Our curriculum that we teach is a nationally certified curriculum. When they go off to technical colleges, they can use some of the credits that they've earned here towards their college career, so they can actually save themselves money off of tuition by testing out of those specific areas.
I could easily just walk into an auto shop and ask for a job, and I have the experience that they need. And just in real life, if I ever break down the side of the road, I know how to fix it.
Benefit of CTE for sure is learning life skills, how to critically think, how to be a good person, how to work as a team, not just an individual. Those types of skills are really needed in our trade because it is a customer service driven trade. So if you can't speak well to a customer and have a conversation with them and explain to them what is wrong with their vehicle and why they're being charged this amount of money, it makes it difficult for a technician to be in the trade.
I decided to do CTE because it was recommended to me by one of my friend's older brothers. He did carpentry, and I definitely don't regret doing it. Love auto. It's probably the best part of my day, so yeah.
When they come in as 9th graders, they're very unsure of themselves. They don't have a lot of confidence. By their senior year and they're graduated, it's almost like the light turns on, they get it, and when they thank you for all your efforts, because not every day is easy, but we get through it as a class and a team, and that's the real payoff is when they go on to technical college or they maybe even open a business and you see that they're successful. That's what I think the best part is.
So in the drafting, design, and engineering shop, I try to expose the students to multiple types of engineering. That includes architectural, civil, mechanical, which is basically like product design, So we try to cover all of that freshman year, which is kind of a lot to try to expose everybody to. That way they have an idea if they want to pursue it and continue sophomore, junior, senior year. The class functions basically like a design studio. So we're often seated at the computers, but there's a lot of collaboration. I float around as like a critic. I give feedback and have conversations one-on-one with the students. So it's really kind of a relaxed studio atmosphere.
Quite a lot of different things we learn about, like I'm for sure about to do like building code, and we do other things like how buildings are made, the structural integrity of a building.
We have some really nice computers. That's usually what the kids are drawn to. We have some Alienwares, we have some Omens, some really nice gaming level computers because we need to be able to do 3D renderings, orbit, and all that stuff. So we have to have some pretty souped up computers. We try to not only do the hard skills, meaning the shop related things, but we also want to cover the soft skills. So that's professionalism, that's turning work in on time, that's knowing where you're saving your files, that's writing professional emails and addressing your teachers in such a way that you would as an adult. So we try to cover all those things as well, which will help you no matter what field you decide to pursue in the future.
This class sets people up for definitely for college, because personally I'm going for college for an architect program. So this class really sets me up for it because I'm designing like buildings and I'm designing like different floor plans, and that helps me out.
Honestly, I couldn't imagine high school without CTE. I did CTE, I actually did drafting. It was the highlight of my day. It's hands-on, you get to be creative. To me, it was just an outlet. I think anyone that doesn't sign up for exploratory is really missing out.
I'm pretty glad I'm in CT. I enjoy it quite a bit. It's made me kind of want to become more of an engineer, and I'm going to be going to college for that.
CT is very good for like hands-on learning. I love it personally because I am terrible with like paper and like online.
My favorite part of teaching the CTE class, I would say, is how long I get to have my students. We have big chunks of the day, so we get to do a lot of really cool creative projects. I also get to see the students all the way from freshman year to senior year, so we kind of have a little like family here. It's pretty awesome.
I'd say I enjoy drafting and CT in general. It's pretty enjoyable. It's a nice takeaway from just being in school and doing basic subjects. It's a different experience.
Okay, marketing encompasses a wide range of topic areas from business management, finance, e-commerce, social media. Regardless of whatever you do with your life after high school, skills that you learn in marketing can really be transferable to any job, career area that's out there.
We just did accounting. We just got finished with that. We did a bunch of stuff on the stock market. We do like simulations with businesses and all that stuff. We learn about advertisement and all that stuff. Now I know how to do spreadsheets and all that stuff in case I ever want to be an accountant.
The best part of marketing is it sets you up for the real world, like to keep yourself financially stable. We just did accounting. We've been doing role plays, like the simulation.
We continually work on developing a lot of those skills here throughout the 3.5 years of marketing. I think it gives kids a lot more time to work on more project-based material where we're not always doing little pen and paper quizzes and tests. We tend to work on a lot more short and longer term based projects that could take a month, 2 months to put together. I am the DECA advisor and Skills USA advisor. DECA is a marketing club for high school kids, so you need to be in marketing in order to participate in DECA or take an elective business class. The kids will compete locally. If they place, they qualify to go to a state competition. During these events, they compete in individual or team events. They'll complete subject matter testing, role plays, and they get to compete amongst teams and individuals from all over the state in their similar category. I mean, I certainly enjoy the actual act of teaching and working with kids I especially like hearing from employers as kids have gone off and started to work, even if it's part-time during the school year, and some of the skills that they're able to take from the classroom and apply into the workforce.
Freshmen learn to use the major tools that are in the shop. They work with me, never working by themselves, to see if they actually like to work with power tools and find out the dangers of it.
I learned how to use tools, safety, things of that nature, learn injuries and stuff like that.
Sophomore year, they review tool safety, they start doing small projects.
I learned how to plane down wood and make it into different shapes to build different projects, such as birdhouses, cutting boards, and Adirondack chairs.
As time goes on, the projects get a little bit more difficult. Junior year, other tools like power saws that we use out in the field, learn about framing, and they do a 1-inch scale model home done to a 1-inch scale. Senior year, they can go out on co-op, they can stay here, hopefully build some sheds, small projects like wishing wells, dog houses, things that are related to carpentry out in the real world.
I chose to take carpentry because it is a life skill.
By the time they leave here, they should have enough experience to work for a company and be a good employee. Being on time, being respectful to your classmates, being respectful to the teacher, and that kind of stuff goes right along with becoming a good employee, and you want to be somebody that the employer wants to hire. The benefit of CTE is that students get to take their academics, bring it to the shop, and use it in a shop-related trade. The freedom to move around, you learn how to be mature, place where you need to be more mature. Job ready, you work ready. It doesn't mean that you're going to do this as a career, but it's absolutely going to help you when you go out and work in the real world. I really do enjoy being in the shop, and it's awesome to watch. When they become seniors and they're ready to go out in the real world, it's a nice thing to see.